Hi, everybody. We're getting close to Christmas. Just a couple of days to go. I'm Mike Smith, along with co-host Aaron Glandon on the Monday edition of Litter Media Live, which is December the 23rd.
Christmas Adam.
That's right. Adam today, Eve tomorrow. Adam and Eve. I think Fred Fox was the late Fred Fox was the first one I ever heard refer to that. Dan Ramey is on vacation this week, a well-deserved rest. We'll see Dan sometime next week. This is actually a shortened week for us because we'll not be here, at least not live, on Christmas Day.
Right.
I guess you could go back and watch encore performances.
You could.
Did you get new hardware early for Christmas?
I've had this for a while.
I've just never seen it outside your shirt before.
I got this for my birthday. You have seen it outside my shirt.
It sparkled and caught my attention.
Okay.
He could mesmerize me with the sparkle, yes. Let's take a look at our weather on this Monday. Mostly cloudy skies, but warmer. Yeah, we've got a warm spell coming our way. 45 today and tomorrow. I think they're talking about a 45% chance of rain for Tuesday. Originally, I think they were saying rain on Christmas Day, but now they're kind of hedging on that. So temperatures will remain in the mid-40s at least through Wednesday, then warming up Thursday through the following Monday at least. That's as far out as our extended forecast is going, with temperatures in the 50s. I think I saw one day late this week possibly 57 for a high, which I'm all in, man.
No white Christmas for us.
Yeah, I know that's a Scrooge thing to say in Ohio if you like snow, but I'm not a big fan of snow, especially the older I get.
Yeah, I don't like driving on it.
And shoveling it.
Right.
We shovel other things here at Litter Media. We'd prefer that it's not snow. A number of things in our topics today, including a big story locally that broke over the weekend concerning Adena Mansion Gardens. We'll tell you all about that coming up on Monday's edition of Litter Media Live. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor for more than 4 decades. Longer than Aaron Glandon has been with us.
Way longer. In
this world. But they make a point to bring you service after the sale, whether it's residential, commercial work that they do for heating, cooling, and plumbing. Give Accurate a call. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Haynes Total Healthcare Center is celebrating 50 years of serving the chiropractic, physical therapy, and nutritional needs of the community. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on littermedia.com, and it will take you right to their website to learn more. HaynesHealth.com.
All right. When you and we hope that you'll do this, bookmark our website, littermedia.com. That way, first thing each day, you can find out the beneficial news that you can use. And yes, there were stories that were even breaking over the weekend. And the top one is the Ohio History Connection will be reassuming direct management of Adena Mansion Gardens, which of course is the historic hilltop home of Thomas Worthington, the father of Ohio statehood and Ohio's 6th governor. The Ohio History Connection has stewarded the site since 1946, but the Adena Mansion Garden Society has managed day-to-day operations since 2010. The management change will occur on February 14th, but from now moving forward, Adena Mansion will be closed to the public until April, and that's just in an effort to get everything switched over as far as what they were doing. So if there were activities that were scheduled between now and the end of the year, they put out a notice on social media over the weekend that those events had been canceled. Didn't say why, but now we know after this press release came out. So it's good to see the Ohio History Connection getting back into this, which gives it a statewide prevalence. But at the same time, a major tip of the cap to Adena Mansion and Garden Society, because when the state backed away from it in 2009, it was like, who's going to keep this gym for not only for our community, but the state of Ohio open?
Right.
And Adena Mansion and Garden Society deserves a tremendous amount of credit for taking that leadership over the last 14 years.
Yeah. Here are the winners for this year's Holiday Lights contest. Each winner will receive a free shelter rental and 5 free day passes to the city pool to use in 2025. Please contact Chillicothe Parks and Recreation to receive your prize at 740-772-5626. The Rockwell winner is on 638 Cherokee Road. The Griswold is on 1911 Western Avenue. And the Techmas winner is at 77 Timberlane Drive.
Now, we're going to, I think you're going to try to follow up with Clint down at the Parks and Rec.
Yes.
To see what other homes might be added to the Transit Systems Christmas tour.
Like runner-ups, probably, yeah.
A lot of neat lights. I know Laura and Sarah always like driving around. I think a lot of families do that.
My family did that last night.
Yeah, drive around to see all the Christmas tree decorations and all of the home decorations and things of that nature. So, yeah, we'll get a follow-up on that, hopefully, if not today, possibly tomorrow. Marvin Jones has announced that he is retiring as the CEO of Goodwill of South Central Ohio. That makes the way for Mark Hughes to fill that vacancy. Marvin will stay on as a member of the Board of Trustees. This is, of course, a picture with he and his lovely wife, Ruth, as they will, as Marvin says, navigate their way through a new stage in life, and that is full retirement. But Marvin, of course, the former editor and publisher of the Chillicothe Gazette. He was the CEO for a number of years with the Chillicothe-Ross Chamber of Commerce. I think they moved to Florida to retire, and I think they missed home, so they came back, and he took the CEO job at Goodwill. Golly, that seems like almost 10 years ago. But now they're going to, I guess, go back to retirement. But we wish Marvin and Ruth great success. Ohio University will be closed now through Wednesday, January 1st of 2025. This is an annual closure that includes the official break from December 25th to January 1. It allows the hardworking staff at Ohio University to enjoy a well-deserved holiday season. So during this time, starting today, all campus offices and services at Ohio University and its branch campuses will be unavailable. So just keep that in mind.
Pickaway County Sheriff Matthew Hafey's office has been awarded a grant from the Norfolk Southern Railroad in the amount of $9,240. This money will be used to purchase additional automatic external defibrillators, which are placed into the patrol cruisers.
That's kind of a neat thing. You know, if you're, when there's an illness, you call the squad, but sometimes the deputies are on the scene where somebody has a medical emergency, and these AEDs can save people's lives.
Yeah. And mark your calendars for the 5th of July as fireworks return to Circleville with the 2025 Backwoods Boom held at the Pickaway County Fairgrounds.
This will be a big deal. People in Circleville really haven't had a community fireworks show for a number of years, so this will be kind of neat starting, and it's going to be January 5th. I don't think they want to compete.
5th.
Or I'm sorry, July 5th. They don't want to compete with Red, White, and Boom on the 3rd. I think Asheville has something on the 4th, so this will be on July the 5th. Story we also had over the week on lettermedia.com. The Ohio Investigative Unit is issuing an alert to small and medium-sized grocery stores and convenience stores across the state about an escalating threat of electronic benefits transfer card skimming fraud that's targeting SNAP recipients. criminal organizations have increasingly targeted SNAP-authorized retail locations with skimming devices designed to steal EBT card information. And not only a small business, but also the consumer. If you use one of these, not only for EBT, but credit cards, I always like to try to move the thing around to make sure that it's not had something supplanted over top of it that would be a skimmer. An example. A lot of gas stations get hit with those things, so keep an eye on that. So those are your news topics for the day. A lot of sports and some great news for Ohio State and Ohio Bobcats over the weekend. All that coming up on Litter Media Live. Scioto Valley Dumpsters wants to remind you that, hey, we've got some big orange dumpsters that are out there to help with cleanup projects. I wonder if a lot of folks have thought about using the dumpsters for things like live Christmas trees.
I don't know.
Like a business. Maybe you've got multiple trees that you need to, get out of that area. I suppose you could hire out a dumpster for that as well. But you can get a free quote from Carl as to what your need might be, whether it's for a day, a week, or a month. 253-8389 at Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
In sports, congratulations goes out to Jayla Campbell. She is a 2019 grad of Unioto. Now, this uniform she's in is from where, Aaron?
University of Findlay.
Where she played her college soccer, but she was an outstanding soccer player at Unioto. She'll be inducted into their Hall of Fame ceremonies coming up on December 30th. That's during the boys basketball game that night against River Valley. Jayla became the first SVC Player of the Year when the league started recognizing girls soccer. She was also an All-District, All-Ohio. She is currently the all-time leading scorer in Ross County history and was the first girls soccer player in Ross County to hit the 100 career goal mark. I remember interviewing her at halftime of a Unioto football game after she accomplished that goal. She finished up with 105 career goals. Now, that was enough for a Hall of Fame career, but Jayla was also a pretty good softball player. She was first team All-SVC and All-District twice. So congratulations to Jayla Campbell.
Host school Huntington won the Mark DePue Wrestling Holiday Classic on Friday out of the 13-team field. Hillsborough was runner-up and Adena placed third at the event.
And thanks to the Huntington Huntsman Wrestling site for this championship photo. You can go to that website, story by the way, at littermedia.com and get the full results of all of the team and individual standings throughout that match or that tournament, compliments of Baum's page. Weekend girls and boys basketball scores. This is from Saturday night. In girls FAC action, McLean, the Lady Tigers take over sole possession of first place in the league as they edged previously unbeaten Hillsborough, 51-49. Miami Trace down Washington, 42-30 in that big black and blue battle, they call it. And Chillicothe Lady Cavs going to win over Jackson, 29-24. Another big matchup for first place in the MSL Buckeye. Fairfield Union handed Circleville their first loss as the Lady Falcons take over first place, 47-37. Amanda Clear Creek beat Bloom Carroll, Liberty Union over Logan Elm. In the MSL Cardinal, it was Fisher Catholic winning. And in the OVC, another battle for first place. Portsmouth beat defending co-champ Fairland 66-49. Non-conference girls winners, Southeastern, White Oak, Portsmouth Clay, Lancaster, Chesapeake, Granville, Portsmouth West, Southern, Marietta, Waterford, Wellington, Fort Fry, Colegrove, and Eastern Brown. Now, on the boys' side, non-conference action from Saturday night, Trimble beat Adena 49-32, Jackson over Watkins Memorial 54-45, Sheridan beat Athens, Monroe Central over Berg, Miami Trace beat Zane Trace by 10, 51-41. Southeastern wins over Amanda Clear Creek, 44-30. Fisher Catholic beat Westfall, 56-50. Fairfield over Paint Valley, 59-42. That just one night after the Bearcats had a big win on Litter Media Radio over Huntington by 3 points. South Webster was a winner, so was Warren, Crooksville, Ironton, Colegrove, Chesapeake, Sims Valley, North Adams, Waterford, Caldwell, and Waterford beat Morgan by 6 in overtime.
Yeah. And this week's Litter Media Radio Game of the Week is Friday at Circleville at Westfall in the Brad Morris Classic. Coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. with the icon, Mike Smith.
And B.J. Daly will also be with me that night. Now, this is the Brad Morris Classic. You might remember Brad passed away here just a year ago. Brad was a longtime sports journalist for the Circleville Herald, then later Sporting Pumpkin, and well-loved in the Pickaway County community for his devoted coverage over the years to high school sports. There's a number of games being played that day and the following day. The Friday games are all being played, and this, by the way, involves all of the Pickaway County schools. They're at Westfall on Friday. The game that we're broadcasting is the nightcap. And then they have a slate of games on Saturday. Those games on Saturday will all be played at Logan Elm, but we're just broadcasting on Friday night. Will Howard threw for 311 yards, and Jeremiah Smith caught 2 TD passes in the Buckeyes' 42-17 pounding of Tennessee in the opening round of the college football playoffs. That advances the Buckeyes to the Rose Bowl game January 1st against Big Ten champ Oregon. And, by the way, a rematch of one of the Buckeyes' 2 losses this year by 1 point out at Oregon. But again, that'll be on New Year's Day in the Rose Bowl.
The OU Bobcats made school history with a 30-27 win over Jax State in the Staff DNA Cure Bowl, giving their football program its first 11-win season in the 130-year history of OU football.
Did you watch this game?
I did not watch this game.
They refer to them as Jax, J-A-X State, but it's Jacksonville State. And I assume they were talking about Jacksonville, Florida. This Jacksonville is in Alabama.
Oh.
I wasn't aware of that until watching the game
either.
that there's another Jacksonville. But first time ever, as Aaron said, 11 wins in a long history of Bobcats football. So congratulations to the guys in green. OSU men, they did Ohio State proud on Saturday. They upset number 4 ranked Kentucky, and they thumped them. Beat them by 20 points, 85-65. This was played at Madison Square Garden in New York City. For the Buckeyes, I think it's their 8th win of the year. It was only Kentucky's 2nd loss of the season.
The Bengals beat the Browns in the Battle of Ohio 24-6, keeping Cincinnati's playoff hopes alive. Myles Garrett of the Browns became the youngest player in history to obtain the 100 sack total for his career.
I think he's 29 years and like 6 months old.
Wow.
But I think the previous record, whoever it was, I can't remember. I didn't look that far. They were 30. So first NFL defensive player in history to hit that coveted mark. Such
Yeah.
Such a young man.
And for those curious, the Washington Commanders beat the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday also.
And we care what about that?
Because the Eagles are supposed to be good, but
So what we were talking about on Friday, what the Bengals needed to possibly still get in the playoffs, I know the Chargers lost on Thursday night.
no, they beat the Broncos.
Oh, they beat the Broncos were the ones that had to lose.
Yeah.
So how did the rest of that unfold?
I don't know if the Colts won or not,
I didn't hear about that.
and I don't know if the Dolphins won or not. But
The Dolphins did win.
the Dolphins did. Well, the Bengals need them to lose their next game then.
Okay. And, of course, Cincinnati they got to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to win.
And they need the Colts to lose. I don't know. If they lost yesterday, they don't need them to lose anymore. But if they won, they need them to lose their next game.
Okay. We can check that out before we get to this date in history. Just a quickie from Saturday, the Cleveland Cavaliers were the winner over the 76ers, 126-99, and the CBJ lost. That's nothing. Is that news? Is it news that the Blue Jacket lost? Yeah, they got beat by a score of 5-4 in overtime. The hard luck kids, the Columbus Blue Jackets. We're going to do a little culture thing here when we look at this date in history as we go back to the year 1888. And we don't want you to lose your head or your ear over this one. That's coming up on Litter Media Live.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. Online propane monitoring and reporting. Know your home's consumption and gas remaining in the tank. Find out more at litterpropane.com.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Whenever I first applied for the ArchWiz opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
We're back. Did a little checking. The Colts won 38-30. They have the Giants on this coming Sunday, and then they play the Jags on Sunday, January 5th.
And they need to lose one of those for the Bengals to make the playoffs.
And the Bengals have to win.
And the Dolphins have to lose one. And the Broncos have to lose out.
Still a lot of if in there. So this date in history, we go to 1888. Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh, suffering from severe depression, cuts off the lower part of his left ear with a razor while staying in France. He later documented the event in a painting, which you're looking at right now, and it's titled Self-Portrait with Bandaged Ear.
Good title.
Original, isn't it? Today, Van Gogh is regarded as an artistic genius, and his masterpieces sell for record-breaking prices. However, during his lifetime, he was the poster boy for tortured, starving artists, and he sold only one painting.
Was it Starry Night?
That one I can't tell you. But isn't that sad?
Yeah, it is sad.
No wonder he was depressed all of his life. I saw the movie Lust for Life, which was about Van Gogh. Kirk Douglas portrayed the role. And just a sad character Van Gogh was. I think he did end up in a mental institution. I think that's where he spent most of the rest of his life. His brother, did everything he could to help him out, not only with his painting, to try to get something going, but at that time, I guess, he was just out there.
Yeah.
And even other artists were very critical of his work. But like I said, now he sells stuff for millions of dollars, but he just not around to reap that reward. So, oh well. But that's Vincent van Gogh on this date in 1888. We'll be back tomorrow at this time at 11 o'clock, where we'll have our Christmas Eve show. Are you going to wear a Santa hat or anything like that? Or maybe paint your beard white?
I wasn't planning on it.
And you can be Santa.
That's okay.
You can entertain the children and the adults.
I'll pass.
Well, get you a fake beard or something like that. I was watching the old Dick Van Dyke show last night where he was trying to get off of the he was in the Army when he married Laura in the story, and he was dressed up like her because they weren't giving him a 3-day pass, and he had eyelashes on, and he glued them on. I guess you're not supposed to do that. So he's going around with these long eyelashes, and his commanding officer finally figures out what he did, and he demanded he pull the eyelashes off.
Ooh, that would hurt.
He waited till he got outside the room before he yelled. I guess you shouldn't do that as well. You Santa Clauses out there, you don't glue the beard on. I'm assuming.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably not.
That probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Does it hang around your ears?
I've seen some that are almost like eyeglasses, like the earpieces, but they've got a beard that hangs off of it. So I don't know. The real Santa, obviously,
right?
He doesn't need to do that, but all of his helpers have to come up with these fake beards. So, kids, hopefully you are being good because Santa is watching you. Mom and Dad, Santa's also watching you as well. Back for a Christmas Eve show tomorrow morning, and then again we'll be off on Christmas Day, Wednesday. So until that time, from all of us here at Litter Media, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas, and we'll do that again tomorrow as well. See you tomorrow on Litter Media Live.